chef, restaurateur, and culinary team Manitoba member MJ Feeke. MJ will be sharing culinary tips, techniques, and some of her favorite recipes. Today's recipe is black bean tofu stir fry.
Stir frying is a dry heat cooking method similar to sautéing. We're using a small amount of fat, and I'm using some canola oil here because it has a great high smoke point. So I'm just going to put some in my pan to start. And we're using a high heat. So the canola oil is great when we have a high heat, it has a high smoke point, which means that it can come to a high temperature before the oil starts to break down and smoke. We're going to be adding some marinated tofu to it. We've taken our tofu and we've added some black bean sauce and we've marinated it for about an hour. Just letting the oil get nice and hot here. And then we're going to add our tofu in to start. We're making a vegetarian stir fry today. I like to put the tofu in and brown it. So we can see we're using a nice high heat, and we're just going to let this start to brown. There we are. So we're going to put our nice and crisp tofu into the dish on the side. And we're going to add some fresh canola oil to our stir fry. One of the other reasons that it's great to use canola oil in our stir fry is because it doesn't impart any flavor to it. So we're going to get the natural flavor of the vegetables that we're using. We're using some great carrots, peppers, fennel, and asparagus for our stir fry. And we're going to add in some minced ginger, about a tablespoon there, and some minced garlic. I don't like to add my minced ginger and garlic right to the hot oil because it will tend to burn, and we don't want to have that bitter flavor imparted in our dish. Well, this is looking great. We've got all the steam coming out from our fresh vegetables as they start to cook. And you can see we want to be constantly moving the vegetables around as they cook in our stir frying technique. So we'll let these go just another few seconds, and we're going to make a sauce for with it. We're just going to push our vegetables to the side slightly, and we're going to add in our sauce ingredients. We've got a little bit of vinegar. Now this will take off some of that great residue that's on the bottom of the pan. We'll add some flavor here. We've got some plum sauce, a little bit of soy sauce, and I've got some cornstarch that I'm just going to add a little bit of water to make a slurry so that the cornstarch doesn't form lumps in our sauce. So we're just mixing that together and we're going to pour it on the side. Now I'm going to take this and cook it slightly just to get rid of that starchy taste. And then we're going to mix everything all together. It's looking delicious. Now this is a great meal because it's really fast to make. We're going to add our tofu back in at this point and turn off our heat. It's looking great. There we are. And now we're going to serve this over some rice. But you could certainly serve our dish with some noodles, whether it be some rice noodles or some wheat noodles, or you could use brown or white rice. And it makes a great dinner or lunch idea, and always great to have as leftovers for the next day. Enjoy.